Top order failing. It's a good delivery from the very word go. The slinger has been bowling well. Was very effective with the new ball, getting a bit of shape, and now doing a good job with the older ball.
Who bowls the over? Bowls the... What have we got left? We've got Tikshana's got one. Madhushankar's got one. Viaskant's got two. Balalagai's got one. Then he would wish that Shoaib had one or two, because he's just arrived here and made the game look easy.
Yeah, I think I would go for Tikshana at the far end, the next over, and then assuming Tushara finishes this off, I wouldn't be afraid to go back to him. He's done, as you say, a very, very good job. Top.
Miller underneath it. Easy. Easy as you like for David Miller at long off. And there is clarification that Tushara is doing a wonderful job.
And he deserved the wicket. Bowled so well, bowled economically, and now he's been able to pick up a wicket.
Just with that skiddy bounce, he's so difficult to get right underneath. Not able to find the middle of the bat, and that's a position that David Miller occupies all over the world at the back end of an innings. Long off or long on, there's a lot of work to be done out there. Yanagay goes for 6, on her 7 for 7. He's found a gap. Hassan Ali's found a gap. That's a good bit of fielding in the deep, so there'll just be 2. Tawad Ridoy, as he taken to this league, came in here just as a replacement for a period of time. Now you think that Jaffna will be saying, you are going nowhere.
One run over 7.
So the 5th over went for 16. Otherwise, Jaffna have really had this under control. Bowled really well. Didn't help there were some gifted wickets in the first 2 or 3 overs. Scotty Starris, you definitely played this game before. Mahesh Tikshana is on.
Yeah, what I like about Tikshana the most, I think, is that he bowls the tough overs for his captain. 2 in the power play. This was the catch for David Miller. No timing whatsoever. Wanted to go over the leg side. And he is one of the world's best. And with Tikshana now another over the death. We don't often see him in this situation. Every now and again, but not often. And then, of course, when his captain wanted him to come back in the 12th over, I think it was, 11th, 12th over, to pick up a wicket. He was aggressive again. He is such a banker.
Below in the deep. You make such a good point about when he bowls. Bowls right at the beginning, he bowls at the end. And his economy rate is under 7 to the over. In all T20 cricket, and you're bowling the tough overs. Just can't get him away at the moment.
Well, it's the lack of boundaries that they've been able to score in this innings. 8 fours and just the 1 6. That's not going to get the job done that often in a T20 match.
When you're playing against Jaffna Kings, if you lose early wickets, they've got the resources to keep you at bay, and that's what we have seen today. They were off the boil in the previous outings, but this time around they've been excellent, and this man has led the way. He helped the side to pick up a couple of wickets in the first over, and from there on have been controlling the game.
A little surprised that he's only got the 2 4-wicket bags, and he's picking up just over a wicket per match. If you'd asked me, I would have thought he was a genuine strike bowler. He's a bit of a mix. Yeah, 4 for 25 is best. He's got the ability to be so much more.
Yeah, it becomes the part of discussion when there is a team meeting, and every time when they decide what they're going to do to Tikshana, they say, okay, we'll play him out. We're not going to give him wickets, and that's why he has been picking up wickets frequently.
They need a boundary. They're desperate for a boundary, and Hayden Kerr has given them one. Ends the 19th, 11 from that over, 1-2-1 for 7. Final over the Dumbula innings, 1-2-1 for 7. Shara does get the last. What do they need here? I mean, surely you somehow got to have a big dish over here and get yourself close to 140. Give yourself any chance against this batting lineup.
He played the reverse sweep a couple of times, so Tikshana was happy to bowl wide, but those 2 consecutive wides changed his line, and it came right into the zone. Bakur, who's been a bit of a find with the bat in this tournament, he's come in and played some good innings at the tail end of their 20.
Bowled some handy death overs as well. Shoaib Malik coming into this Jaffna side just lengthens that batting lineup a little bit. Miller at 4, Malik at 5, Tasara Pereira at 6. We know about the power up front with Ramanullah Gurbaz. And Tawad Ridoy, who could, along with Kerr, is one of the finds of the tournament. So I just 120. I think they need some boundaries here.
Especially if Gurbaz and Asalanka get going early. Then that power through the middle. It's daunting, scary in fact.
Well, beautifully. Gone for just 15 to Shara. He is very handy in this format. They've all been good. Mahesh Tikshana going again at his 6.5 to the over. Madhushankar going for just 22 and 3.
It's been a feature for Jaffna, hasn't it, been in this tournament, where when they've won, they have looked commanding and they've looked like the defending champions. When they've lost, they've been thrashed. There's been no in between.
Oh, that'll be a wide. A direct hit would have been interesting. It really would have been. Hassan Ali had no idea that the ball was being thrown to his end. But these are much needed runs. All square. Look at that. Just what you want if you're an organizer of the Lanka Premier League. Everyone with 4 points, separated by net run rate. But someone will burst clear here this evening. Miller. Same result. He doesn't drop many. He hasn't dropped that one.
Hassan Ali has tried his hardest to find a boundary. It wasn't to be. Finally managed to middle the ball, but hit the ball straight to the fielder, who doesn't miss many. Miller.
He's actually timed it well, hasn't he? And only needed a little bit more height. More of a flat bat than a straight bat to get it the elevation he needs. Hassan Ali 8 of 8, 126 for 8.
Ahmed will be a wide. David Miller's judged this catch very well in the deep, you know, of Hassan Ali, because he found the middle of the bat. This was going for 6.
He initially took a step in, but then realised, there we go, oh no, it's coming at me a little harder and higher than I thought. We've seen a few of those parried over the boundary already in this tournament. Just 13 metres off the ground. That's how hard he hit it.
Oh, wow. What about this for a shot from Noor Ahmed?
Nobody was expecting this. Nobody. And to be able to hit a 6 of that delivery has to be a big effort. Went deep into that crease, and that's why he was able to hit the ball in the air.
That's all about the wrists.
Final delivery. Can Ahmed finish with a flourish? Well, he tried, and he will only get a single. So that's a decent effort by the Jaffna Kings. They've managed to restrict Dambulla to 134.
Captain must be a happy man here. Yeah, that was the brilliant catch taken by David Miller. Judged it well.
Yeah, and the wrists, this stroke, watch the way he whips them through. In some ways it's a mini helicopter shot. If he'd had a bit more of a flourish, he didn't need it, the power was there and cleared the rope by a long way. So the last over goes for 13, and they will believe, or they have to believe, that they have a total on the board they can defend. It's a sorry looking top order, just 2 players into double figures, and that's the reason. It's a deep batting lineup, one of the deeper ones. It's the strength of the Dambulla side. So the bowlers are going to have to bowl out of their skins, really.
A walk in the park for the bowlers. Every bowler used contributed. Economy was good. And that over, the first over, made a huge difference.
Well, it's a total that's neither here nor there, but the Jaffna Kings, they still got to go and get him. They need 135 runs to go to the top of the table.
Jaffna Kings won the toss, put the Dambulla in. It's not gone to plan in the first over itself. They lost both openers. Double figures for Samara Vikrama and Kusal Pereira, who fought back briefly, but then again it fell away. 134 for 8. What they've ended up with. Plenty of options. There was a massive bonus for Thisara Pereira in the form of Shoaib Malik. 2 for 13 off his 4 overs. Nuan Tushara picked up a couple. There was a wicket for Wellalage and Teekshana too. Made life difficult as a unit. Chaos in the first over. Frankie Mackay and Amir Sohail.
Yeah, the worst possible way to start. Just takes off. Now I'm stranded. And if you thought 1 wicket in the first over was bad enough, well, it turned out to be 2. Bowled into the surface, dragged to deep square leg. And then there was a little partnership of note. Just a settling stage of the game between Samara Wickrama and Pereira. Excellent piece of batting, crunched through the covers, and then probably the shot of the day. The on drive back past the bowler, took a healthy deflection but still had the legs on it to go for 4. And as the spinners into the attack, they just couldn't get going. Dambula Ora looking to be aggressive. There were boundaries sprinkled in between, able to find the gaps. And the experience. Shoaib Malik, a welcome back, so economical, dangerous with ball in hand. And then a little bit of brilliance. Calm, composed around the stumps, showing off all his skills once again, and too clever, too canny. Pick of the bowlers throughout the evening, the Jaffna Kings. And then Hayden Kerr got in on the act, showed off his power, especially through the leg side. David Miller showing off his safe hands at long off. Doesn't drop many of those, that's for sure. They kept fighting, did Dambula. David Miller once again in the act. It's just enough to keep them in the act. And a couple of boundaries speckled through Noor Ahmed. He'll be telling people about that for days. And they ended up getting themselves through to a defendable total, they will be hoping. Put 134 runs on the board.
The required rate 6.75. You'll have to think that the like-cast Jaffna Kings should not find that too difficult. But who knows, early wickets, a bit of panic, a bit of hope. And Dambula Ora, well, do they have that belief?
Well, I'll read the game. It's going to be either 50 without loss in the power play or 30 for 3.
The usual team cuddle before they head out. Inro Fernando back in the team after a brief break. Hassan Ali, Noor Ahmed, Hayden Kerr. They are the main bowling options that Dambula Ora have. Of course, Dhananjay De Silva will also be very useful with the ball. But it's certainly not a 134 pitch, is it?
No, not at all. Not at all. I think the way they went about their bowling, Jaffna Kings, I think they were just disciplined. I think they were consistent. I think they put the ball in good areas. And they learnt quickly. Spinners in particular started off quick in their spell and learnt that they could just pull the pace back a little, pull the length back a little and make scoring difficult. Once they got ahead of the game, they could be defensive, they could try and use their weapons with little short attacking spells. Just meant they stayed ahead of the game the whole way, and it was that brilliant start that did it for them. So Dambula, in return, if they're to keep in the game, feel they had to match that start with the ball.
I felt one thing. Driving on the up was quite difficult for the batters. Under lights. We're talking about Shoaib Malik. He employed his experience, picked up important wickets. Yas Khan is a concern for the Jaffna Kings. He was so good playing in Colombo. He was picking up wickets, but here in Kandy, he's going for plenty of runs.
Charita Salanka opening the batting for Jaffna Kings along with Ramanullah Gurbaz. The left-hander promoted. The team being moved around, players coming in and out, and to get the best balance possible. stronger batting unit today. Ramanullah Gurbaz, we know starts, he can give his strike rate 150. 30 matches are at the LPL. Tauhid Ridoy, Shoaib Malik's joined the team, David Miller, so there is a power pack middle order. Raga Marambo with the new ball.
Yeah, with the inclusion of Shoaib Malik, definitely it has strengthened middle order. At the same time, this has handed the license to these two to go out and express themselves even more.
Deep point for Gurbaz, also a deep square leg. Just plays those slashes and throws his hands at the ball very hard. Happened there? Left that alone and had a close look at it.
That is surprising. That is indeed.
I think everyone's surprised with that one. He might have even just surprised himself there.
It's very difficult to bowl to when he gets going. All parts of the ground, but you've got to say over the last 2-3 years he's improved as a batter.
How good was that? The ball was bending in, he covered the line, made the ball with the full face of the bat. Yes, he was unlucky not to get off the mark, Gurbaz. Yeah, he's sort of a batsman. The bowlers seldom get him out. He gets himself out. Maybe it's the case of playing too many strokes, trying too many things.
But a player like that, do you give him the license? Go out there, have a bash, play freely. Make sure you put the pressure on the fielding team. Finds the gap, I think. The offside, Avishka Fernando. It's overrunning it.
Yeah, this is the ability of Gurbaz. Batting freely selects him in any team in this format. You cannot ask him to go. Just get his eye in and then go after the bowlers. He's not the one. It's going to bog down.
Yeah, I think that's the key, is just allowing him to play with the freedom. Talking to him about trusting his instincts. He has got a good feel for the game. He's such a talented player. Just allowing that all to come out. I think where he gets himself into a little bit of trouble is when he almost tries to live up to that every ball. Feels that he should be hitting 4s and 6s at will, desperate to get his team off to a good start. It's actually just saying to him, just trust yourself, trust your skill set. Go out there and just play with that freedom that if you face a few dots, you'll catch up. You will absolutely catch those up.
And at times, his ego comes in the way.
But with a player like that, you do understand that now and again he will look very silly when he gets himself.
We want him to be sillier tonight. We want him to be belligerent and extravagant. Not a lot of runs to chase down. And the pitch is good.
Yeah, and I think as long as there's logic and reason to the way you're trying to approach things, then it's fine. You know, those attacking shots, they are what he's known for.
Asalanka off the mark, just the 2 runs off the first over. 2 for no loss, the Jaffna Kings. Two for no loss. Chasing 135. Hassan Ali Opening the bowling for Dambulora. From the Rikilla Gaskada end. That's your challenge.
Commentator's box end.
Quite watchful. Both these batsmen got themselves out very early. This time giving themselves a chance to get used to the pace bounce on this pitch. Haven't seen too many terrors. There hasn't been swing. Change of pace has really worked. Back of a length has been a length that batters have struggled to hit.
It's that hard length. Test match length into the surface. Mentioned earlier, driving on the up has looked difficult. It's hard. Probably showing that at times it's a little too paced. When the ball's been put right up there, really pitched up. Bowlers that have tried to swing the ball really put it up there, trying to get it off the straight. They've taken a little bit of punishment all through the day. Spinners, when they've got too quick into the surface, that's sat there waiting to be hit. But when you find that middle ground, that's when you're tough to get away.
Table very tight. All teams, a couple of wins each. Down the ground, he pulls it past the bowler for 4.
He spotted that slow delivery very early, didn't he? Asalanka waited on the ball, brought the bat at the right moment, was able to hit the ball with his force on that occasion.
And not for the first time this over, the umpire down the wicket having a look at the danger area, advising Hassan Ali he needs to move away quicker. The winner in this game, right to the top of the table.
Against that have definitely played like the champions tonight. Fielding has been good. We have seen throughout this tournament ordinary fielding efforts, but their fielding was extraordinary.
They asked for it given. Asalanka straight away asks for the review.
TV umpire director, we have a player review for out behind. Original decision is out. I need to check the front first, please. Fair delivery, go to front on spin mission, please. Can you give me the ultra edge, please? Ultra edge there. Drop it. Keep it rolling through. Keep it rolling through, keep it rolling through. Satisfied, flat line, wet line, go back to on-field umpire, Ruchi repeat, Ruchi. Flat line as the ball passes the bat. You need to change your decision, thank you.
Great review, he did not hesitate. Went up straight away, Charita Salanka. What a very good bounce.
It was pacey, it was rapid, good line, and if there is no glove or bat involved, that should have been a wide.
Inside the body line, isn't it?
Got himself into an uncomfortable position. Down him for pace.
Oh, third man hangs on. Asalanka does not survive for long. Hassan Ali celebrates.
Yeah, strong reactions from Hassan Ali. He's pumped. He wants to do something special for his side. It has been an excellent over from Hassan Ali, and he was able to pick up a wicket. Thick outside edge. Went straight to third man.
It was pace and bounce, a ball before, and this was just good length. This was good new ball bowling. Hassan Ali, what a celebration to go along with it. A fast man, he is pumped up about it. His first wicket in the competition this year. Asalanka goes for 5, Jaffna 7 for 1.
Tawhid Roy. He's been good. He's been very good for the Jaffna Kings. Well, they're going to need a partnership. The last thing you want is to lose another wicket and feel the nerves. Vinro Fernando for his second over. That was pretty easily done to dismiss Charita Salanka. A good bouncer followed up by the pitched up delivery. Salanka's feet going nowhere. Coops it to third man.
And fast bowling 101, and was looking towards the leg side as well. The feet didn't go. And across the ball. And across the ball, and it was just the big top edge, carried all the way down, flown off that outside edge.
Substitute Dushmanta hanging on to it. The oldest trick played on Asalanka, and it works. Deep square leg and a long on in place as the two fielders outside the circle. Keeping him tight. Such a good length that Ramanullah Gurbas is playing against his character.
Yeah, you have a feeling it's coming.
It's been 3 dots to start the over off. Gurbaz just 1 off 6. All just starting to shape a little in the air now as well.
Takes off straight away, gets it. Hassan Ali did the right thing. He charged in trying to look for that run out and just couldn't pick it up. But attitude. 100 out of 100 for that.
Absolutely, that's what you want. Charging in, trying to pick up that second wicket, trying to heap that pressure on. Been a great start with the ball so far. Just a little bit of something special now. How to pick up that second wicket. Can they manage to grab 3 in the power play?
A second slip comes in. Deep square leg, third man. Orthodox field for Ridoy. Oh boy, he plays a Ramanullah Gurbas shot. and perishes. The wickets, they are tumbling here in Pallekele.
Facing his first delivery of the innings. And against the left armour who's been bowling so well. He tried to come out of the crease and hit the ball out of the park. And just back of the length delivery enabled the bowler to pick the outside edge of the bat, and an easy catch for the fielder placed there. Well judged, Suthira Samra Vikrama.
Just looking too square. I don't mind the fact that he's come down the crease. He's been so good at it all season, but just looking leg side, looking too square leg side, big top edge, well held. Ridhui's got to go first ball. Jaffna now in a world of trouble, 8 for 2.
David Miller, generally a finisher, in very early. They've held back Shoaib Malik, the run and the wicket, 8 for 2. Tails up, Tambulora. Well, now what does Gurbaz do? They've lost 2 wickets. He still hasn't attempted extravagant shots. Does he hold back or does he play his normal game?
Well, at the moment he needs to absorb some pressure here, which has been hit by the bowlers. There was no need for that. He's a highly talented batsman. Could give himself a bit of time.